Good morning. Welcome to a live divination ceremony where we are asking, where does our attention need to be today in order to bring the most expansion to our relationship with our life and our practice? My name is Jen Marie. I am an oracle first and foremost, and I'm fully aware that I need to start giving that context because of the nature of what is coming through these days. Okay. I'm also an initiated high priestess, a sorceress of chaos and witch born of shadow. I founded an international resource center for neurodivergent witches. We are gathering to start setting up systems of mutual aid, physical locations of sanctuary and rehabilitation. We've already got a whole online community and an app of our own where we can share information without being subject to an algorithm, and we can start making connections with other witches all over the world who are committed to doing the internal work of repairing our relationship with our community. And I wrote the Grimoire of the Ungovernable. Are you ready yet? Okay. I gotta say, like, if any of you thought that I had a sharp edge before, and I have a platform of almost 500,000 followers at this point across my social media platforms. If you thought I had a sharp edge before, what's coming through for this year is I'm having to calm my system and regulate my system before coming into spaces like this, because it's really strong and is not fracking around. It's there is a this isn't a spectator sport kind of vibe, a very big like call out to witches who are waiting for something in order to actually do what they know they are supposed to do. They just think that they're crazy. You're not crazy. And the medicine that you bring to this time right now is important. And you just sitting back waiting for someone to save you or waiting to find a comfortable way to embrace the fullness of your nature, what are you doing? Not only is it time, but you don't have to do it alone. In fact, the thing that you're waiting for, I can tell you right now that what you're missing isn't money, it's community. You are not lacking resources, you're lacking community. And you don't even know what that means because you've been taught your whole life to be divisive and you don't even know. You don't even know. So, there's this like deep well of frustration because like there are witches who have dedicated their lives to creating systems to support you in doing what you're here to do. And we're waiting and you don't show up. And if you're like, oh, I don't have money, there's so much like free and like it's right fracking there. What is it going to take? Like your neighbors are already getting drug out of their homes. What is it going to take? That's the kind of stuff that's, and not only that, okay, it's not even just a what is it going to take? Your neighbors are being drugged from their homes. And all you have to do is stop rowing the boat. Stop participating in systems that allow this to keep going. Look at the ways that you are turning a blind eye. Look at the ways that you are like, I'm just going to keep doing it and try to stay under the radar. What ways are you thinking is safe? Yeah, spicy. This year is the turning point. If there was ever a time to do something like radical, it's right now. It's right now. You just have to decide what to do. And again, the most powerful thing you can do is to just stop. Just stop. If you just stop, it all ends, all of it. All you have to do is stop. You don't even have to like do scary shit stuff. Oh, I hate having to mind my language. There's a part of me that seethes when I have to filter myself like that. So let's do this divination ceremony. Happy February 14th, witches. I'm like trembling. New moons are rough as an oracle, guys. Especially like right now. Y'all are going to see me probably fall apart quite a bit this year. Yes, Heather says, and our magic is real and can bring real change. Yes, yes. The only thing stopping you is you. It's you. Believing that the way that you're going about your life is the only way. You weren't here to fit in. You were here to break the mold forever. It's so hard sitting back watching you do it, watching you try to force yourself into this. It's so hard. It's like, I should start this divination ceremony. Let's just see what we're supposed to be paying attention to, because my God. All right. Okay, let's do this. I'm going to start by taking 3 deep breaths. And then I'm going to do what I do to get my system prepared for divination. Clearly, I need some grounding. And then we're going to see specifically like what is today ripe for as far as our personal and collective expansion. Okay. I humbly invite all that is fire within this system to witness this working. And if alignment is found, may you choose to bless this flow. I humbly invite all that is air within this system to witness this working. And if alignment is found, may you choose to bless this flow. I humbly invite all that is earth within this system to witness this working. And if alignment is found, may you choose to bless this flow. I humbly invite all that is water within this system to witness this working. And if alignment is found, may you choose to bless this flow. I beckon to this system. May we now align as one. For my cousins are the elements, and so the moon and sun. I call to those who love me. You are welcome in this space. For our nature is united, sharing magic, life, and grace. And now we make a declaration of intention. What are we doing? Why do we call everyone here? I choose now, in this moment, to align with my whole self. To pull the book that tells my story from its place upon the shelf. I enter now this circle, made of trust and hope and power, and I show up for my practice in this place and at this hour, because I am home. The question that we're asking is, where does our attention need to be today in order to bring the most expansion to our relationship with our life and our practice? Where does our attention need to be today in order to bring the most expansion in our relationship with our life and our practice? This is a 2-card draw. Card on the top of the deck answers our question, where our attention needs to be, what facet of our life or lived experience needs some attention. Card on the bottom of the deck represents what we're in resistance to or in denial of that's blocking our shit stuff. It's blocking us and keeping us from being able to engage with the card on the top clearly. Amy says, the last few weeks I've been drawn to the charm on your necklace but can't see it clearly to identify it. Do you mind saying what it is? This, of course you would be drawn to this, Amy. This was actually a gift from Morgana, and it says chaos. It's the word chaos stacked. And I have people ask me what my relationship to chaos is, because I am a sorceress of chaos. I was initiated into a sorcerer's guild that is rooted in chaos magic. And my relationship with chaos is that it means infinite possibilities. My relationship with chaos is very different than most people. Most people are in resistance to chaos. They believe it to be disorder and that it must be avoided at all costs, right? But what I've found is that chaos is inevitable. Chaos happens when things change. And when things are all up in the air like this, you can do anything. You can do anything. And so I use what is at hand and kind of transmute it to my agenda. I have a very, very clearly defined agenda, and I wrote a whole book about it. So that is my relationship with chaos. Yeah, it is really cool. And it's got a clasp that's like complicated. So I just leave it on all the time. It's great. I love that people ask me questions about it. Shall we, witches? Where our attention needs to be. My tea today is fracking delicious, by the way. It's dark alchemy tea is what it's called. I'm pretty sure one of the witches that came to visit Weirdbrook left it here. And it's from Salem, Massachusetts. So I'm thinking it might have been Maria, who is one of the witches. She's an unbound witch of Bright and Dark. But it's called Vernal Dawn. Oh, it's so good. It's delicious if you like strange things. Okay, let's see. The Two of Cups. I can't. Okay. It isn't lost on me that it is Valentine's Day. I'm just going to put that out there. Even though I don't center romantic relationships in my life, I understand what today is. And I'm trying really hard not to influence your interpretation of this card that I'm about to read a prompt that's written directly on the card so that I don't influence your initial interpretation of it. But come on. Come on. Okay. The upright appearance of the Two of Cups indicates a strong partnership or connection built on equality and mutual respect. You are receiving positive energy, so be sure to share it with others. Okay. I'm going to read the reverse because it's about both. It's about the whole card. The balance you had has shattered, and you faced a disconnection with once strong relationships. Small issues are compounding and creating fissures in every aspect of your life. A line of communication has been severed, and someone is feeling resentful. Be the bigger person and try to mend fences. All right. What's going on? What's going on, witches? As I read this, what comes up for you? What facet of your relationship with your life is like, hey? You know what I love about my relationship with tarot? Because I'm a claircognizant channel as well, or what is known as a claircognizant channel. I don't need tools in order to connect, to get messaging. But I use them when I'm engaging with others because it gives a page on which to draw, right? This common place for us to meet and translate information together. I love it. So you guys often see that I'll just and then we'll pull cards that say exactly the same thing I just said. And I love the like validation that I get when I'm like doing this anyway. Did we pull the Lovers last year? I'm telling you guys, it's the whole thing. Yeah, I agree with Morgana here. Morgana says what comes up is gratitude for all of my non-romantic life partners. So here's the thing, okay? Like I just said, since I left my last relationship, what, like 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago, I have done this very deep inner working of decentering romantic relationships in my life, right? Asking the question, why am I centering a romantic relationship? Why is that so important to me? Right? And most of it comes from social conditioning, early conditioning through, you know, movies that we watch telling us this story that our purpose in life is romantic love. And without that, there is nothing. Like, what? Like, think about how that narrative has defined so much of our relationship with our life. What if we sacrificed for that? Is it worth it? Right? I have gotten to a point in my life that I don't think I will ever cohabitate with a romantic partner. Again, I don't see why. I don't see why I would ever cohabitate with anyone outside of my coven. Like, I have centered community and connection in my life over a romantic relationship because community and connection is sustainable, right? It's like they're the ones that are there for me regardless of whatever, right? So everyone's sarsaparilla says same, and I'm married. You can be, right? You I'm not saying that this is a choose one or the other thing, but when it comes to like unity and connection and getting your, emotional needs met and like spiritual needs met and like, are you, what kind of relationships are you centering in your life? Minnie says, what about physical intimacy? Where there's a witch, there's a way, man. And then my sister witch pops in. That's funny. Yeah, Heather says power couple energy is not just for romance, but it can be, right? Why are we centering a romantic relationship? Like, if that's what you want, if you feel that that's really important, then that's important. But ask yourself why. Just ask why. I'm not saying it's wrong, and I'm not saying that what I'm saying is right. I'm just questioning your worldview, I guess, on it. Okay. What's going on? And if you reached out today, right, to send a little love to your like non-romantic relationships, your important, people that are important to you, right, what would happen? Like, taking today to like celebrate your relationships, partnerships. Yes, Kim, you absolutely popped in at the perfect time, as you often do. That's kind of your thing. Okay, so now we got to look at what we're in resistance to or in denial of that's actually getting in our way. The Ace of Cups, upright. Okay, come on, focus. Focus. There. I'm going to read directly from the card. And you're going to ask yourself, what is this saying what is this calling me out on right now? Let go of any emotional baggage that is weighing you down and start truly living your life. This is your opportunity for a fresh start or a new relationship. Whether or not you choose to take the cup and drink from it is up to you. I'm going to read the reverse. You've been hurting due to some emotional instability, pain, or loss for a long time. You may also be experiencing some sort of creative blockage. Who has control of your cup, and who allowed it to overturn? Think about what you can do to get a firm grip, get it right side up again. I'm trying real hard to I don't have a poker face at all, guys. I just wear that all over. I smear it on. Guys, like what the frack, man. I know I couldn't make this up if I tried. I love it. And Morgana says, you couldn't make this up if you tried. I love it when the cards match the conversation exactly. I know. It's so validating. Y'all aren't crazy. We are not crazy. We're actually a lot more connected than we've been made to believe. And we're getting information, the information. Okay. So I've got like 4 different places to start with this. Morgana says it's almost like you're a witch or something. I know, right? Okay. So what's interesting about what I'm receiving is that it keeps flip-flopping in a really interesting way. And so that's why I'm like, because these two cups, these two cards are next, they're next to each other. So oftentimes when you're reading, the cards are telling a story, right? And the way that we received this, it started with the Two of Cups and then went back to the Ace of Cups. And so, but usually it's like the other way around. Does that make sense? So we definitely need to be looking at our relationships today. Okay. Taking the rose-colored glasses off and look at your relationships. Okay. And are you satisfied with it? How is that? How are your partnerships? What are the partnerships that you have that feel really good? Like, man, we could do anything. Right. And the thing is that most of us, it's not our romantic partner, is it? Right? Not saying to like break up with your romantic partner. We're talking about centering what is the most important in relationship to invest in and why. Okay? And the other thing is it's going back to So the Ace of Cups is a new thing, like a proposal, something brand new and fresh, and like something you haven't done before, right? Which is hard for us to do because we carry baggage from our previous relationships into that needs to be unpacked, right? And then you get the Two of Cups, and that is a solid connection. The connection's already there, right? It's existing. Okay. And so it keeps going back and forth. So asking, in what ways are you resistant to a new relationship, starting something new, engaging in a new way in relationships? Or are you sitting with what you have because you think that it's comfortable? Is it rewarding and fulfilling? And I definitely am considered a relationship anarchist. The whole concept of not centering a romantic relationship is a form of relationship anarchy. So the truth is that you can define any relationship that you have with anyone, and they can be completely unique, and you can have, like, as long as there's communication everywhere, like, what's going on, right? And that is a whole concept put in a very small nutshell. And I'm using that as an incredibly nuanced subject that I could rant on and on about. But today is the day to kind of look, the day to look at that. If you're like, oh, what is relationship anarchy? It's Googleable. So do your thing and jump down the rabbit hole, because today is the day to ask yourself, how am I engaging within my relationships? And, like, is it doing it for me? Is it doing it for me? Is it actually working out in my favor? Or would it be better for me to move in with my coven sister and start a whole rehabilitation center out in rural Maine? Like, you could do it. You just have to be brave enough to jump on that horse and fucking ride. Fracking ride. Ride. Do it. You can have a bunch of aunties living together. You don't have to do it alone. And it's freaking great too, guys. It's so great. It's so great. Yeah. And again, I want to say that this is not saying that your romantic relationship is bad or wrong. I love the partners that the members of my coven have. They're amazing, right? I'm just saying, like, what are you doing? Are you doing it because you want to? Or are you doing it because you think it's the only way to do it? And if you think it's the only way to do it, educate thyself, which. What are you doing? Okay. This is your reading for the day. I know it's pokey. I know it's a whole thing. But we need to be poked this year real bad. We need a good poking real bad this year. Morgana said, being cared for without the weight or pressure of romance is so safe and interesting and fun. I'm never going back. Agreed. Yeah, it's so great. Let's close out this working, and I will see you tomorrow. I will see you tomorrow. At the same time, we're going to do the same thing and see what comes through. Okay? A hand on your heart and take a deep breath. This working is now closing, but the magic has just begun. I humbly thank the elements and both the moon and sun. To all who chose to bless this flow, I now sincerely thank you. May our practice be expansive and our course be clear and true. All right. The recording of this live divination ceremony, should you choose to go back and get poked again, is on our big red play button app. You can find us at Bright and Dark Center. And if you find this helpful, it is helpful to us if you would share it and comment, engage with the post so that we can connect with more of our cousins, because you don't have to do this alone. We are here, you stubborn little shit. No. All right. I love you guys. If you can't be good at it. All right. That would have been so cool if I could have just like closed it right there, but I got to make it weird.